live from the liquor store, and boy, it's late as hell. So we super nefarious in here, man. So
Absolutely.
after midnight, there's no host bar. So I got landlord in the building. I got my boy West Coast Cowboy in the building, and so of course we're drunk and nefarious on the West Coast at midnight. So ain't nothing good gonna happen.
Ain't nothing but some nefariousness going on, sir.
Yes, sir. And it is your boy West Coast, man, live, man. You guys already know what it is, man. Shoot, man. Man, we are out here in Southern California where it is bright and it's early out here, considering how late it is out there. Everywhere else in the world, it's only 10:30. So if you on the West Coast, I bet not see no yawning because it is still pretty early out here for us. You feel me? I'm still out. I'm still out and about. You feel me? I still got 30, 40. Well, they're practicing with my little, I got about 30 more minutes. You know what I'm saying? So if you're on the West Coast, you wide awake. If you're on the East Coast, go ahead and get you a little coffee. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
super late for the East Coast.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen to me. Them energy drinks without the sugar, I know they say ain't got no sugar, but they lying. They got some damn sugar in there. Stay away from them. Best thing you can drink is get you some water or get you a little bit of coffee. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna really need it because we gonna get you. We gonna if you sleeping, we gonna wake you awake. And also, real quick, shout out to the truck drivers and to the people who are driving around America right now who can't even watch our show, but they're just listening to it right now as they drive. Because I know it's a lot of people that be, you know what I'm saying? When I used to do these shows late at night, it used to be a lot of truck drivers. They used to always have me like, West Coast, man, I be listening to you at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, bruh. And I listen to you, you know what I'm saying? So, if you're a truck driver and you driving around America right now, keeping America rolling, man, hey, man, you the real MVP. And this show is for you, baby.
Absolutely, man. We got to show the night shift some love sometimes. So we got to pull out Cowboys Uncut, Three Amigos on the night shift. You
Hey,
understand?
shout out to the warehouse workers. Shout out to the security guards.
The CNAs,
Hey,
hey,
the CNA. Hey, who else is up right now? CNAs is up right now.
The,
Firefighters. Hey, listen to
the
me.
whole night shift. Security
Police. We
guards.
gonna shout you out too. We gonna show a little love to the police because there's some cowboy. It's some cowboys out there that's police right now. I got pulled. My son kind of snitched on me. He ain't mean to snitch. He was trying to show some love. But you ever get in trouble with your son and you tell him that something happened, you tell him don't ever tell this story, and then they tell that story, but they trying to big up you.
Yes, sir. They
But we
tell
were
them.
at dinner. We were at dinner last night, and my son, like, he just so proud. And Daddy got pulled over by a policeman because he was going fast, trying to get to practice, and the dude, and he didn't even give him a ticket because he was a Cowboy fan. And I'm like, "Yep, you could have kept that story to yourself.
Don't say that no more.
Yeah, don't tell nobody that story no
Keep
more.
that on the hush.
Keep that on the hush. You know what I'm saying? So salute to the good police out there that's letting Cowboy fans go home because we trying to get to practices and stuff like that. So all y'all folks that's watching, appreciate y'all for keeping America going, man.
We're
This
gonna
show's for
show
you. Hey,
y'all some love. We just need a little love back. When you see me
this
being
show is for
nefarious, leave me alone.
this show is for y'all because think about this. If you a truck driver driving at 3 o'clock in the morning, that almost guarantees that all of our shows during the day, you're missing all of them.
Yeah.
Or you're watching it after it's live. You
Yeah,
feel me?
they on the rewatch vibe.
So when we say, listen to me, when we say this show is for you, this show is for you. We ain't even tripping how many people up in here because we know the right folks is up in here. You feel me?
Right.
So that's what we doing this show for. So let's get this. Let's like landlord just said. Let's support the people watching working late tonight, and let's give them what they missed today.
Yes, sir.
indeed, man. So where do y'all want to start, man? 'Cause there's plenty of things we can talk about. What end of the Dallas Cowboy atmosphere or hemisphere do y'all want to start on?
I just watched a dope ass video of the Dallas Cowboys defense, and I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. I don't want to hear nothing about Dak throwing interceptions, Cooper Rush throwing interceptions, Will Greer throwing interceptions at practice, because these dudes are turned to the max on
Yeah,
turnovers right now.
that
Like,
defense
bro, I
different.
watched the video, and Overshawn is mic'd up, right? It's on Dallas.com, right? And you just hear, like, bro, when them balls coming, you hear guys breaking on footballs, right? Then there was this one where he intercepted the ball, right? It almost hit the ground. They didn't even know if it hit the ground. But before he could even intercept it, you know what you heard in the background?
What's that?
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. And you know what that was? Other DBs and other people turning around, getting themselves ready to block for him.
Yeah.
Bro, this defense wants to get the ball in their hands, and they trying to score, bro.
That's what's
So
up,
I'm
man.
giving everybody a pass on interceptions because my team, I promise you, my team, they about to go crazy on their interceptions this year.
We led the league in turnovers 2 years in a row, right? That's what we do.
I don't
I
know. I don't know.
know year before last we did. I
Hey,
believe we
Henny,
did
where were
last
we at on turnovers last year? Where was we in? I know Henny will know.
I think we had them.
Did we lead the league? I know at some point we were leading the league. I don't know if we finished off, but I know at some point we were leading the league. I know that for a fact.
I know we led the league last year for sure. And I think if we didn't lead it this year, we got real close.
Let's see. The Dallas Cowboys were first in takeaways. We had 33. So
I told you, 2 years in a row.
So we forced 16 interceptions and 17 fumbles.
Hey, and everybody said,
bro,
everybody said we couldn't do it again, remember? You remember everybody was like, we can't expect the turnovers to do it again. Hey, this is what we looking for now. This is the standard. We up there. If we can't be number one, we should be top 5 in turnovers next year too.
And think about this. You know what that is? That is your defensive coordinator, bro. That is your defensive coordinator. That is the culture. So you know what that lets me know? When I hear Dak throwing the interceptions, you know what I'm gonna say? Good job, defense. Because guess what? Dak is a pretty good quarterback, and even he going out there seeing him every day can't manage not to throw an interception on that defense. That is a compliment to what your defense is doing.
Thanks.
I think sometimes we get caught up on the wrong things. Oh my God, Dak is throwing interceptions. Yeah, oh my God, your defense is getting their hands on everything, bruh.
I said this the other day. I said, name an offense that just did our defense dirty like that. Like you expect
nobody,
Dak to do it. Look, you expect Dak to do it when nobody else could do it. So, like, what sense does that make?
Hey, I'll ask a bigger question. Tell me a player that single-handedly just went dumb on the Dallas Cowboys.
That rookie kid. That's the only dude that got off.
The only person I can think of is probably the running back Adam Jones. We scored them 3 touchdowns, but that was like in 2018.
No, I was talking about the boy at Green Bay.
He did that on Anthony Brown, but
what was his stat line? What was his final stat line?
He had like a 70-yard play on one play, but other than that, what did he do?
He had like 3 touchdowns, kinfolk. He had all.
Man.
He had 8. He ate.
He ate then. Yeah.
Because remember, the touchdown he scored on the 4th and long was actually on Deron Bland. He cooked Deron Bland for that touchdown. So he
ain't do nothing the rest of the year, did he? How his year turned out?
That was his coming out party. He actually started tearing people up after that.
He did.
I just hate. Well, Aaron Rodgers started tearing people up. Is he still in Green Bay?
That game, he was a nobody. He didn't do anything yet.
Is he still in Green Bay?
Yeah,
is he still in Green Bay?
Yeah, he a rookie. That was his first year.
He over there with Jordan Love now.
Let me go to that Dallas Cowboy versus Packers game, so I get his correct stats for y'all.
Man, you know what, Henny? You always ruining the moment, bro. I had a nasty. I know landlord thinking the same thing I'm thinking right now. Henny always ruining the moment with his old accurate ass. I can't stand you sometimes.
It's life, man.
I gotta be precise with it.
Old accurate ass.
Somebody got to pull the numbers up because we just don't go.
That's what I was trying to say when he left.
So Christian Watson had four catches for 107 yards, averaged 26.8 yards a catch, and had 3 touchdowns.
He had a what that boy name that went to the Giants? Jalen Hyatt, Alabama game. That what he had.
And then you want to be technical, Aaron Jones rushed for 138 yards and averaged 5.8 yards a carry. So the one game that we got lit up was against Green Bay. That's the only team that think scored 30 points.
The only reason we lost that game is because we didn't want to run the ball. We did some stupid play calling. We was up 2 scores that game and still lost. Yeah. That's goofy.
They should not have even had the opportunity to score that many points. So you are right about that.
That's goofy, bro. I remember that game, watching that film, bro. It was hard. You would be hard pressed to find when Aaron Rodgers was throwing the football. Them boys just straight ran on us that game. Like, and then that was the passes that he threw, the touchdowns. That's all. That's the only time he threw the ball.
Yeah, so hey, thank God for Monty Smith, right?
Yeah, you can't just, you shouldn't be able to just do what you want to do in the run game no more. Not
Yeah,
saying that he
and
the only reason, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna scheme up to be a
I
little
mean the
better.
cool thing about Mozzie Smith now is like, bro, like it gets us out of those 200 rushing yard games. Like, god dang, bro.
Yeah, that
It
sugar
shouldn't
sweet.
be that
Like,
bad.
you feel me? Like,
You got the 152. Like that's a little bit too high. I don't even know.
yeah, like, bro, we had games where we were giving up 240, 215. Like, give me if you tell me Mozzie is gonna guarantee the Cowboys only give up 140 yards a game in the rushing game, I'll take it.
Yeah.
But get me out of the 200s. God dang.
Yeah, because matter of fact, now that you mentioned it, I think the Green Bay rushed for 200 yards that game. I know they did. Yeah, they
And
rushed for 200.
I actually think we gave up 200 yards rushing back-to-back games because then Chicago, or is that the Chicago hit us for like two something too.
Because oh
Because of
boy,
what you call him.
yeah,
Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all something on my
Quarterback.
mama. Hey, listen. Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all something real quick. If I had to think about one game that we won that had me nervous, that was that freaking Chicago game, bro. I ain't not gonna lie to you,
That was the game we turned up at the end, wasn't it?
bruh, bruh, bruh. That's some film I don't want to go watch again. Cowboys squeaked that one out, boy. The running quarterback is definitely a problem for the Dallas Cowboy defense. It has been.
That read option been tying us up.
Because, bro, let's just be real with you. Jalen, I mean, he was pretty freaking successful. What you know what I'm saying? Now we were able to one thing I like about when we play the Eagles is they get so tempted to want to just test our secondary, and I love it. Like, there's no reason Jalen Hurts should be throwing the ball 30 times versus our defense. But hey, since you want to do it, do it. Knock yourself out. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
Like, there's like, and I'm not trying to like last year. I'll say I don't know about this year because this year's defense ain't played. But last year there was a formula to beating our defense. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
Run your quarterback. Because think about this, freaking the Giants almost did it. You got to get run action from your quarterback. That's something that I'm hoping that Mozzie Smith do too. Because like, if you are running quarterback, like if you know for sure that you don't have the ability to run up the middle, and you can only run to the sides, then guess what? That makes it a little bit more fair fight because I got freaking Micah Parsons who can run with your ass, and then on the other side I got Sam Williams who could probably run with you, Demarcus Running who can maybe run with you. You know what I'm saying?
See, that,
I just
I
can't
was
have
just
you
about to
running up
say
the
that.
middle.
I was just about to say that might be the I don't want to blame DeMarcus Lawrence because the read option is designed to screw over the end anyway. But you might want to have a more athletic guy dealing with that. You know what I'm saying? Like a young guy like Sam or either or DeMarcus Lawrence. I mean or what you call him, Michael Parsons or somebody. So you might have to tackle both of them. You know what
Man,
I'm
Yeah.
saying?
worked out.
Somebody I know people want to talk about Deuce Vaughn. What are y'all thoughts? Where do y'all think Deuce Vaughn is right now in this depth chart for stars running backs?
You go first, landlord.
I was about to say, as far as running the ball, he's like the second best guy so far. But it's more areas to being a running back than just running the ball. So we'll have to see him in some other situations. But I like him though. I think he legit. I think he gonna do exactly what he was doing on the second, third team, whoever we was playing in the Jaguars. I think he'll do that if he got some starter reps. One thing you have to realize, of course, he was going against a few of the you know, the lesser talent that they had on the Jazz, but he'll be playing with some more talented guys too.
Yeah,
What they saying too for? Y'all can't hear or something?
they talk
No,
about
they're saying that
he's a
depth
running back
chart
too.
too.
Oh, okay. But yeah, if you think about it, his talent that he'll be running behind will help him out more too. So I think Deuce will be pretty much doing the same stuff. You just can't coach the stuff that he do, bro. You can't coach it. Like,
Yeah.
did you see the cracks that he was running through? He went
Yeah.
running through holes. He was
Listen
running
to
through
me.
some cracks.
So my
Like,
question is this: how do you get Deuce through a 17 game season? What
I
are
mean,
some
he
things you
won't
got to
be
do?
carrying the load himself anyway. So he
I
gonna
know, but realistically, what are some things? Because this realistically, business now, if you're Jerry Jones, you're just looking at this a business standpoint, right? His style of run, his size, does not preclude him going through 17 game season. So, what are some things? What I'm gonna tell you this right here. First thing is Deuce Vaughn has to almost treat. Now I'm not gonna say he gonna be scared of anybody, right? Don't we ain't never scared, and we go to church. But Deuce
Facts.
Vaughn, you gotta low key treat yourself like you gotta treat yourself like a quarterback. If you can get down, get down. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna tell you this right now. Sam Williams dunks dudes that are 2 times damn near bigger than him. So I can only imagine what somebody gonna do to you if they catch you slipping. And it's all gonna be within the confines of football. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
And
sir.
that's not playing scared. That's just playing smart.
That's what I was
You know what I'm
about to
saying?
say. I
There
believe that
there
was
is
Tiki
no
Barber.
you running head up with linebackers. None of that.
When that
None
Tiki
of it.
Barber had said he kind of like figured out the way to fall and stuff, and he was like practicing that, studying that, so he could stay healthy. Like Deuce Vaughn might need to, dog fall when it's necessary. Like it ain't no need for him to be trying to prove how tough he is. Get down, you know what I'm saying? So if like that's one thing we seen in the preseason game, that as soon as they get their hands on him, he went down. So he might already understand who he is. I heard Mike McCarthy say that too. He said he knows who he is. He understands his skill set. So Deuce might just be a heady player that's already on that type of time anyway. So if that's
Yeah,
the case, he might be able to, stretch out a little longevity in his league.
and I'm also throw this out there. How many times did they ask Deuce Vaughn to pass block this last preseason game? Do you want to guess?
None.
Zero.
None.
Once,
That's
once,
smart.
right?
That's smart.
So how many times was he either getting the ball or out there running a route? All the time,
Yeah.
outside of that one time. So a little bit of the scheme itself is going to keep him clean because they didn't ask none of the running backs to block. I think I threw this number out there before. There was over 40 passing attempts. There was only 7 times the running backs got asked to pass block. Right, all together. I think the boy Hunter Lupke is the one that pass blocked the most. He pass blocked 4 times.
He the biggest guy out there as far as backs.
Right, so they're not going to ask Deuce Vaughn to do anything outside the realm of Deuce Vaughn. So I expect him to try to get Deuce Vaughn out in space. I expect him to be running back 2 or running back 3. So he's not going to have, a bunch of carries on his body or a bunch of opportunities to even take big hits. So I think Deuce Vaughn, just based on the way that they're going to use him, is going to be fine. But there will be instances like Wes pointed out where he's going to have to take care of himself. There will be a time out there where somebody gonna try to come through at 6'5", 250 and try to take him out the game.
Yeah, and
Easy.
on sweeps, if you're on the sidelines, get out of bounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's just
Like
simple stuff. Like simple stuff you can just minimize contact on your body. Like beast mode. Beast mode didn't let people slap him in his head and all those type of things. Why? Because he's like, bro, he got to minimize. He has to minimize the contact that is on his body and on his head. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what it's a science to it. It's some tactics that you can practice, you know what I'm saying, to keep yourself clean, giving up earlier than you might like to like sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Just get down. You gotta protect yourself when you that small in stature. But I think Deuce will be fine, man. Like real talk, it was kind of disturbing seeing him in person. I ain't gonna lie. But once I seen him in the preseason game, I was like, okay, it's translating. I see what the special qualities is. You get alarmed by seeing his size in person, but when you see the advantages he got, then you like, okay, I see it now. Like I said, he wasn't running through holes, bro. Like we need to pull that film up. Like when I get a chance, I'm gonna show it. Like that, there wasn't no holes. That boy was getting through cracks. It was barely any kind of separation in between the line. He just found his way and slithered in there and got loose. So that's a special quality that a bigger back wouldn't be able to do. Like that's just something that's, you know, catered custom to Deuce Vaughn because he's so small. So that's something that he could take advantage of.
Yeah, I mean, this is one thing I'd say about Deuce Vaughn. This is one thing I've always said about small dudes. Like, man, he's been his size his entire life. You know what I'm saying? He's been his size his entire life.
And he know
So
how to do it.
and he's gotten as far as he's gotten right now. You know what I'm saying? And he's getting so I say it like this. I'm not gonna hold it against him unless the Cowboys are doing things that are not conducive to his size, which is like having him overtly pass block and things like that. We start saying stuff like that, then yeah, then you'll hear West Coast talking about his size and why that doesn't make any sense. But as long as he's doing what he's doing right now, he's perfectly fine. people keep asking about a fullback. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know. I feel like Deuce Vaughn will probably outrun the fullback because, like you were saying, he's not really running through holes. He's running through creases and crevices. In order for a fullback to get there, there has to be a clear defined hole. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I would. And now Tony Pollard's a different instance. I think I would definitely use a fullback for Tony Pollard because I don't want to. I want to minimize the contact on his body simply because of injury. But Deuce Vaughn, I feel like there'll be times where he'll probably be juking his fullback out.
And one
Right.
thing, another
You know
one
what I
of his
mean?
attributes that's gonna go over well for us is like, you always like as a running back, it's gonna come situations where you gotta make somebody miss. And I got full confidence in Deuce being elusive enough to make somebody miss. You know what I'm saying? And Tony Pollard. So we shouldn't be dealing with too many yards like tackles for loss and stuff with these two backs. You know what I'm saying? They should be able to make the first man miss on a regular basis consistently. And that's a good attribute to have for a running back. That's actually one of the first things you want him to be able to do because you are going to have to make somebody miss.
Yeah, that's very true. Very true. You ain't told no lies. So, hey, I had a question for y'all.
Hey, I will say this though. With
Well,
Deuce Vaughn being my running back, you know what I was stressed though?
What?
My wide receivers blocking very well because those are the guys that are gonna have to get those blocks because when Deuce Vaughn get loose, if a wide receiver can come over and tear I ain't gonna say that, but knock a safety out, then now Deuce Vaughn is running straight for the rest of the run. You know what I'm saying? So if those wide receivers get out there and really block their ass off, and he get one of them creases, because he's already getting like we don't got to worry about the cool thing about Deuce is most running backs need to escort through there's three levels of defense. There's the first line, the first, second, and level. The third. The first level is your defensive line. Your second level is your linebackers. Third level is your DBs. Right. Every run play is designed for the offensive line to escort you to the second level. When you get to the second level, now you got to show me why you're in NFL. You know what I'm saying? Deuce Vaughn, the cool thing about him is he's elusive enough where the offensive line isn't going to have to necessarily escort him through the defensive line. He can get through there by himself. So if he can get an extra little block on that backside, you know what I'm saying, from a tight end or from a wide receiver, somebody coming across and really tear somebody up, man, you're gonna definitely see chunk plays. Because I'm gonna tell you this right now, big runs have to do with running backs running well, but it also have to do with wide receivers blocking well downfield.
True.
yeah.
Also, real quick, my boy Benny Stanley said, "Can y'all clarify whether a forward handoff is illegal this year or not?" It's always been illegal, but a forward handoff is actually handing the ball to somebody that's past the line of scrimmage. And I don't think
Yeah, I
ever
was gonna
in
say because
my
you can hand the ball. Somebody can run like you can be in shotgun formation. Somebody run across you and then you hand the ball to them. You can do that.
yeah, like you just can't hand the ball to somebody that's past the line of scrimmage, and I never seen that happen before anyway. So they just
Yeah.
put more emphasis on the rule that's already been in place.
So
But
say I'm running
relauncing
down the
everything
field.
still works.
So say I'm running down the field, right? And I'm about to go in the end zone and I get tackled. Landlord's running in front of me. He obviously smaller at this time. He's running in front of me. He turns around, says, "Wes, hand me the ball." I hand him the ball. He walks in the end zone. Is that a touchdown?
Hell no.
Nah.
Okay. That's never been a touchdown though, right?
You can hand
It
it
always
backwards
had to be
though.
behind. He would have to be behind me.
You can do it backwards, yeah.
So what was the Eagles do? So what is the so then I listen to me. Don't y'all get mad when I ask this question, but I just need to know. So what was Jalen Hurts doing that was illegal? Because it doesn't sound like he was doing anything illegal.
Nothing.
It
Nothing.
wasn't. They thought that it was gonna affect them, but it really didn't.
It misinterpreted because all that
Yeah.
happened behind the line of scrimmage.
They didn't understand what was going on.
You can do anything behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, because I'm like, people are like, Jalen Hurts isn't going to be able to do that sneak. No, I'm like, yes, he is.
No, they was trying to say that the little tush push was illegal because it was some, I can't remember why they were saying it, but they was trying to say something about that. But I want them to be able to do your little bear crawl or whatever. We gonna stop that too.
No,
Yeah, I mean, we got
they're
Mozzie Smith in the middle.
They're actually back to what I was going to ask y'all. All right, so because we don't have an Ezekiel Elliott, on the team anymore, how would y'all feel about Dak Prescott being utilized like that with a little tush push, and you get him a bunch of cheap little 1-yard touchdowns?
I'm good on that. Well,
Yeah.
look, I'm good on the quarterback sneak. Even though Dak can do that, the way I use Dak is like I said in the red zone. I always want at least one attempt with Dak running the ball, or at least a play off of that. You know what I'm saying? I always want that to be a threat in the red zone. Dak
Dak
is
needs
like
to run
this
the
though, so
Dak
he
needs to run.
always need to be a threat for running the ball in the red zone. So yeah,
Mhm.
and I
Dak
ain't
needs.
talking about sneaks though. I'm just talking about like a read option or two.
I'm so rude. I apologize.
You
Dak
good?
needs to run the ball at least 4 times a game. Set runs, called run plays. You need to do it now while you have the ability to do it, because there's going to be a couple years from now where you're not going to be able to do that. You know what I'm
Preferably
saying?
in the red zone though. We can agree on that.
Preferably in the
In the red
listen to me.
zone
Red zone, third down. That's it.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Red zone, third
or
down.
Because
scramble
this is the thing,
situation.
right?
No.
Dak Prescott's athleticism is too much a part of his game for you to limit him like that. You know what I'm saying? And Dak didn't break his ankle getting hit. Dak got hurt because he was trying to get an extra yard. Dak already had the first down. You can go listen to Dak's interview, and he will literally tell you how he broke his ankle. He'll tell you. He said he was literally trying to get an extra yard. He was already down.
Yep. He was already, contacted by the guy. If he had just gave himself up and went down, he wouldn't have broke his leg. But he kept trying to fight, get that extra yards, and it, got caught up in the turf, and what happened.
Yeah,
But
that was
no,
a freak type accident.
I mean, Dak he scored he scored a rushing touchdown in the playoffs for San Francisco, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah, and he had multiple big runs. The man had like a 10-yard run for a first down in that same game. He had a big run for a touch for a first down on fourth down against the 49ers. So he still got athleticism.
Yeah,
He
and I mean
he
to be
he
and
he ran a couple of them on Tampa Bay too. Then
keep it
Yeah.
real. Dak was really your most against that defense. He was really their only running game that was working. Keep it real.
hmm And he was leading. He was actually leading the team in rushing yards at one point.
So yeah, Dak is a very mobile quarterback. And to be honest with you, like if you go look, like his mobility is what he's always been built on. And it's like people like to think about, like it's like this. Imagine you telling Lamar Jackson he can't be mobile anymore. The Ravens aren't even thinking or mentioning or even contemplating even wanting to do anything like that. They're just solidifying it or making it better so he can still do what he do, but they still get what they need. Like you can't be like, oh, now that Dak is paid, he has to be a different player. That's not what you paid him for, especially since you paid him for all them rushing touchdowns. Like Dak damn near had as many rushing touchdowns as Zeke at one point. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Mhm.
like you can't, like, if that's what got him the check, then you got to allow him to do that to keep the check. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's gonna. And I'm gonna tell you, that's gonna take a lot of pressure off this offensive line. That's gonna take a lot of pressure off. That's gonna keep your offensive line healthy. Why? Because that's them blocking less. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest with you, that's gonna have your play action cracking like a mug, which it should be. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Yep.
that's the one thing is though. It's like a catch-22, cause that'll lead into some of that Eagles talk too, man. Like that's $100 million man though, so you gotta handle that with care at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So
I mean, I'm not
it's a
calling.
double-edged sword. I'm talking about like what he was just saying, like doing it a lot, like far as like Lamar Jackson them and stuff. Like
I mean,
it's
but
still a double-edged sword with it though. You want to let him be the full potential he is, but you also want to minimize the risk at the same time. It's crazy.
but
I'm glad
listen,
I don't got to make the decision.
them guys are running 11 times a game. Are we asking Dak Prescott to run 11 times a game?
Nah.
Like there are games
No.
that Lamar Jackson had more carries than the actual running backs. So
Yeah, I wasn't really talking about that. I was just talking about the idea alone, like running your $100 million guy, just like Jalen Hurts too. Like they gonna have to make a decision next year.
But
I mean,
this is the real thing an organization has to do with a quarterback that you've paid. You have to give him and allow him to do everything that you did, which gave you the did to pay him. Like you got it. Like if you paid him for a skill set for them to do something, you have to allow him to do that. Like you have to allow him to do that, because you are literally repaying him for one thing and then turning around and then requiring him to do something else. You know what I'm saying? And then the question goes to say this: what if he's not able to be as successful doing it in that style? You know what I'm saying? Like if you believe that if you pay a running quarterback, you have to then change things, move things around so that you're able to solidify and keep him being able to do what he's able to do. You know what I'm saying? And it's like with Michael Vick. Like you hear teams coming in telling Michael Vick, "Oh, Michael Vick, you can't." You know what I'm saying? We can't protect you. No, if you brought in Michael Vick, you understood what Michael Vick was going to do and his style of play. So you're going to cater to that. You know what I'm saying? The Cowboys just got to cater to that. You know what I'm saying? You got a young off. Maybe he doesn't run on Tyron Smith's side. Maybe he run on that boy Steele side.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna tell you, there has to be the illusion. And I'll take back the number 4. I'll say this. Dak needs to run enough where there's at least the illusion that when he drops back, defenses have to respect it. It
Yeah.
can't just be he's not gonna run. That because you just made him one dimensional and you made Dak drop harder.
Mm-hmm.
And running your quarterback is smart. Go look what Patrick Mahomes does.
Yeah, like people don't talk about it, but Patrick Mahomes got them back in the game with his legs because he didn't. I don't think Patrick Mahomes even threw for 200 yards in the Super Bowl.
He usually scramble though, right?
Yeah, he
Or is he?
scrambled.
Or yeah, that's kind of different. He kind of scramble, and then most of the time he be looking down the field when I see him. So I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't know.
he still take off running. Like he is still a mobile
He'll
quarterback.
dip on you now.
So
Yeah.
that's all I'm
And
saying.
think
Like,
about this. Think about this. People say Dak is slow. Daniel Jones is slow. He still hit us for 76 yards rushing.
yeah,
You think Daniel Jones is a fast, athletic quarterback? You better. That boy got like a 76-yard touchdown. You don't
hey,
have to be an athletic quarterback to be athletic. Aaron Rodgers is not an athletic quarterback, but is he a running quarterback? You better respect him. You better respect Aaron Rodgers' legs because he'll get off on you real quick.
He's a scrambler.
hold up. Michael Nelson got a super chat. He said, "Hey guys, would you rather go through waivers 84 or 49?" Who is 49? Stevenson? Oh, if it's Stevenson, the tight end, he got to stay on the team.
Give me Stevenson all day.
Yeah, give me Stevenson. Like
Cause I ain't seen nothing from Mr. Sean McKeon yet. I know he a veteran, but hey, right now, as of today, holla at me tomorrow, holla at me Saturday after the game, Sunday morning. And then maybe things will change. But if I see Stevenson keep playing like this, give me Stevenson.
And hey, Daniel Jones had a slower 40 time than Dak Prescott, so he ran a 4.8. So he's not fast either. He just moves. He I don't know what it is, but that boy be out there moving.
He got some acceleration or something.
I don't know what it was. He must have he must have been on a pill or something when he ran his
So
40.
so people who say that Daniel Jones is fast didn't have to say that Dak Prescott is faster.
Yeah, that man ran a 4.8. Dak Prescott ran a 4.7. So I don't know. Like I said, he be looking like he run like a gazelle when he be taking off though.
What was Aaron Rodgers' 40 time?
I think Aaron Rodgers actually got a decent 40 time though. Let me see.
But now he 40 years old, so it got to go down a little bit, right?
Maybe. Oh, he has a 4.7 as well.
Them quarterbacks just look fast, man. They don't be running fast.
They look fast. There's nobody. They look fast because ain't nobody around them.
Yeah, that's what it is. They just running freely.
The man, look, Peyton Manning had looked at fast one time. Seen him take off running. Like, hold on now.
You got a little move, a little wiggle on him.
Like, hold on.
Look, Action Power did come up with a good question. I think we all need to do. He says rank the tight ends. I think that'll be interesting. You know, it'll be hard to rank Schoonmaker right now, but I mean, I might take a spin at it. Let's see. Okay.
If I had to rank the tight end, I actually did this on my show earlier today, so I'll let y'all
because I was just about to do it. Hold on.
Yeah, I did it earlier today.
Wait a minute. Okay, I got Ferguson first because he looked like clear tight end one.
Mm-hmm.
Then, according to now, I have to do Hendershot second because I seen him do something in the regular season. Then right now it'll have to be John Stevenson, and then Schoonmaker, and then McKeon. You know what I'm saying? Like I at least Schoonmaker got a catch. I don't know what you call him did so far. So that might be my list right there.
So similar list: Jake Ferguson, Peyton Hendershot, Luke, then John Stevens, and then the odd man out for me would be McKeon. He would be the fifth guy. I think we only carry 4, so that man needs to. I ain't gonna say get a CDL, but you know he might
be a long snapper.
He could be something. He can eat a couple of hamburgers, move to the offensive line or something. You never know. It
What's
worked
your
out.
list now, West Coast?
Dalton. Now I'm playing. Um, I would say, I would say, what I said earlier was this. I said Ferguson, Stevenson, Hendershot, Luke, then
Scoon.
McKeon.
Oh, you got Scoon, Luke.
Uh,
So you got
no,
McKeon over Stevenson.
no,
I'm
I got
tripping off. You got
not,
Scoon over Stevenson.
no, I got Stevenson second. What you talking about?
No, Hen had Scoon over
Oh,
Stevenson.
okay. No, I mean, this is the thing. I seen Hendershot do it, you know, some last year, but I also seen Hendershot drop a lot of balls, man.
True,
And I'm gonna tell
true.
you this right now. I am a man who I am a what have you done for me lately? Do 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 do. And I can't discredit what Stevens did last week. I mean, they had this boy lined up as a wide receiver in the
Multiple
slot
times.
multiple times, bro. And he's a tight end.
And listen,
Like,
I'm gonna throw this out there. I got Scoon over Stevenson just because I know he's gonna make the team.
I was about to say, cause where has Scoon when you went, you got some secret psychic knowledge or something. Like where he done did more than Stevenson though. Cause
Get,
Stevenson actually been playing. He been balling.
get picked in the second round.
yeah,
True, true.
but I see. But this the thing. If you're, there's two different lists. I think there's a depth chart list that Henny's doing, and I think there's a talent list that me and Landlord are doing.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
doing based on talent. If you're talking about based on talent, Ferguson right now, Ferguson, Stevenson, Hendershot, Luke, McKeon. I
I
don't
go.
see how anybody
I
can
will go
argue.
further. If we're going talent, I will put Stevenson's at the top. If we're talking
Keep
about
it 100.
Over
athleticism.
Keep it
Bird.
100. I was actually gonna say that. Keep it
But
100. I was actually gonna say that, but I didn't feel like fighting tonight. So
hey, I can't be mad. Nah, I ain't doing Ferg like that. Not
I
just yet.
said
Not
talent.
just yet.
I
Not
said
just yet.
I said talent because you
But
go you
Stevenson right there behind him. If we were just talking about what if we talk about projecting and potential, I can see that. But Peyton Hendershot got some potential too, bro. He just gotta catch the ball. That's all we want from him. That's all we want from him. He got a build of a wide receiver, basically. Like
you gotta catch the ball. Then after he catches the ball, then you gotta worry about him blocking. And you gotta be. Oh my god.
I mean that man. Listen, that man is 6'5" and ran like a 4'6". That man got great athleticism. I want to see more John Stevens.
Yeah, I want to see.
we need to sign a petition for him because they gonna do him dirty. If anybody get the short end of the stick, watch it be him. Watch it be him. I don't care. He gonna have a phenomenal preseason. The rest of the preseason, he gonna have to ball. Cause he gonna have to convince them to get rid of Sean McKeon, which is the only veteran in the room. He gonna have to like clearly be better than them.
He's already clearly better than Sean.
I'm talking about to the coaching staff. You know how
What's
that
up,
goes.
my Cowboys family? I see you.
Salute.
Hendershot got small hands. That's why he drops the ball.
What's happening with my Cowboys family in the building?
Salute to my Cowboys family. Thank y'all for stopping by and showing love.
Yes, sir.
I mean, I don't think he got small hands, man. I just think he don't. He doesn't attack the football.
They
You know what I
say
mean, and
Stevenson got some huge hands too.
I mean, he doesn't attack the football.
That boy
Um,
got a lot of stuff going for him.
I mean, there's definitely reasons why people drop the ball. Trust me, I didn't went through that.
Hand-eye coordination. Some people just clumsy and goofy too. Just can't
Flicked
catch.
it.
Yeah, shit. It ain't got to be no scientific reason. Some people just clumsy and goofy. Yeah, what
Shout
it
out
is.
to Mike with he says what the Super J says. Let's hope they don't let politics get in the way between keeping McKeon over Stevens.
I told you, I already gave y'all the warning, Michael, on my show. If this boy keep playing like this, bro, and he don't make this team, straight politics. Ain't no way around it. Cause we get to see it. We've seen it in training camp. Now we've seen it translate to preseason. So if it keep doing this, and then some kind of way McKeon make this team and he don't, straight politics. I don't know no other way to say it.
I mean, listen, we're still trying to figure out why Avante Collins is not a Dallas Cowboy and Josh Ball is. So we understand that people have favorites and that guys, they might go out and share a drink from time to time. That somebody might date somebody's sister or some shit like that. You never really know. But we do know that their favoritism does play a part in it. It's not always based on that. I'm just hoping in this instance, because I'm looking at Sean McKeon and his career stats. This man got 6 career catches.
Shit. I'm good on that.
How many games?
I'm good on that. Was them in the regular season?
Yes.
How many games?
In 36 games.
Jesus.
36 games?
Yes.
He better be a blocking monster then. He better be blocking something serious.
He probably
he better be blocking something serious, I know.
He probably got those stats.
He better be blocking something serious.
For real, man. Cause you out there, bro. Hey, that remind me of somebody had a basketball stat. That boy had 0, 0, and 0. I said, man, that boy out there doing suicides. He's just out there running and jumping. That boy ain't registered nothing. You ain't get a foul or nothing. That boy just out there running and jumping.
He out there in shape like a mug, bro.
See, hey, you gotta do better than that. 36 games and you just got 6 catches.
Yeah, that ain't what that is. And I'm gonna tell you, man, only the Cowboys, man. Like, bro, imagine being on defense and because the defense is, we're gonna cut players who are actually good on defense just because we don't have room for them.
Hey,
Whereas
the comment down, Michael Nelson was asking for his cash out. I think you got it on the screen, though. Asking for West Coast cash out.
Yeah, it's West Coast right there.
It's right there, Michael Nelson.
Appreciate you, one.
I didn't realize I still had it up. My bad.
You good?
I was out here tweaking, but
it's late, bro.
Backfield and head is said a lot of these wide receiver tight ends make the team because they're roommates with the backup quarterback.
All right, let's do one more ranking. Let's do another ranking.
They ain't roommates in Dallas. They live in Dallas.
This ranking gonna be interesting right here. All right, let's rank the linebackers.
Not named Leighton Van Der Esch.
Let's rank the linebackers, sir.
That's kind of hard because you got 3 different positions that the linebackers supposed to be playing. But I say,
but you still can do it though. Who's better? It don't matter what position they at. Who you take over who?
Michael Parsons.
Nah,
he ain't no damn linebacker.
Until they listen,
until they 7 linebacker reps.
Until they change his thing on man, I'm gonna call him a linebacker.
Bro, he ain't even getting no practice linebacker snaps. I ain't seen that boy been on the end.
Jared Jones. Listen, contract time. Jared Jones and that boy linebacker.
That's what they gonna try to finesse his ass. They gonna straight pull the wool over Micah eye. Micah ain't going though. I'm telling y'all that right now. That's why he started saying I'm a defensive end. He said that.
He tried to get ahead of
you said, nah, boy, you're a linebacker.
Your name is Toby.
He said your name Toby. Don't do that here. That's too much.
I mean, that's what I mean. So I blah 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 blah. I don't want to say after a preseason game. So I'm gonna have to say that LVE is still the best linebacker on this team.
Allegedly.
I would then
call a linebacker. I'm just playing. Yeah,
I would then say
he's the best right now.
Behind him is
Overshawn. Okay.
Overshawn.
Overshawn over Clark.
Clark.
Probably Harper, right?
Hey, don't give him my list because I sure finna go Harper. That's my guy.
Harper. And then I said everybody else is pretty much the same.
Okay, mines. You know how we say in the South, mines with an S on the end of it.
Okay.
All right. Mines go like this. LVE, Damone Clark, Overshawn, Harper, ASAP. Harper really should be, he ain't got no opportunity, so I'm gonna just leave him where he at. He fourth. Then you got Jabril now to me.
Hell
And I
no.
like Jabril. Who else? Who else you got?
Jabril is not a linebacker though.
I got first form. I got Jefferson over Jabril Cox.
You got Malik Jefferson?
He played
I
better.
do.
He played better in the preseason.
Actually, Jabril been looking a little better now, bro.
No,
They said it. They said it.
They say a lot of shit.
Shout out to Todd Lockhart from the Lockhart squad in the building late night. He says, does Dennis Houston remind you of Robinson short stay with the Cowboys when Romo was here? Robinson. Y'all know who he talking about?
Yeah, the one that went the wide receiver.
Yeah, I know you're talking about Laurent Robinson.
I don't know if I remember him.
I do.
What number he was?
I can't remember that man number. I better remember his name.
I don't remember the Robinson. He kind of reminds you of what you call T Will a little bit, don't he?
Man.
He kind of reminds you of T Will a little bit.
Hold on, let me give you this list real quick before I forget. You know how I am. I be to forgot this shit. So
It's late. It's late.
It's late. But I guess I'm gonna give LVE the starting nod, and then for the same reasons, I'm going to give Damone Clark because he actually played, and he played pretty decently, for a raw rookie with no training camp last year. Then I'm a back door and say DeMarvion Overshawn because he had looked real good out there this last preseason game. What up with you, Dunny Holmes? I see you, my boy.
That's crazy that your second best linebacker is a guy who hasn't even played an NFL game. That's crazy.
No, he said Damone Clark.
Okay.
Yeah, I got Damone Clark. I got Overshawn after that. Then I got Harper, Malik Jefferson, and then Jabril Cox still can't tackle nobody. So he's at the bottom of the list. And me and Boss had this conversation. Boss said
it was Laurent Robinson. Yeah.
Boss said that they doing the board wrong. He said he should be a safety as well. I said Wes been saying that shit.
Yeah, it's a bunch of thoughts that's out there that I planted the seed on, man. For one game, I'm gonna tell you when he hit Daniel Jones, he on that goal line, he came downfield like a safety, bro. He didn't come down like no linebacker.
I know we gotta go, but I think we gotta do one more. Okay, look, wide receivers, and we out the door with it.
Oh, talk about on the team.
Wide receiver rank list, yeah.
Easy. Let me run through this real quick. I'm counting. And listen, I'm gonna go ahead and preface this. I am not counting Kevontae Turpin. I feel like he's gonna make the roster. They already said he's gonna be a returner going to week 1. So he's gonna make the team. So
he has to be a returner because Deuce Vaughn is going to be running the football. So you can't really even if Deuce Vaughn can run him back to that crib, you can't have a running back running kick returns and then go give him the ball for, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you. That's really why they stopped letting Tony Fowler do it. He was
so
good.
I see Lamb stop returning punts.
Yeah, like dog, you were actually a good wide receiver. We can't have you risk you out
getting
here
hurt. Yeah.
So
who your list is?
Well, number 1, of course, is CD, the TD.
All right, how about you say your list, and then when we disagree, we'll disagree.
Yeah, okay, we could do that.
Just say disagree, and we'll we'll go from there. So CD, Brandon Cooks, as of right now today, right at 8/18/2023 is Michael Gallup.
Okay.
Right, and it's going to probably be different by the end of the season. I think Jalen Tolbert will supplant him by the end of the season.
So we don't got to ask you who your number 4 is.
Jalen Tolbert. As of right now, wide receiver, number 5, Dennis Houston.
Hey,
listen,
Dennis got a stake in this thing, bro. He do.
Yeah, he did.
Go ahead.
Listen, and you know what? Number 6 is a toss up. I'm not even sure. I think it may be Jalen Brooks, but I don't know. I got a little question mark at number 6.
Simic made a few plays yesterday.
Oh,
so when we be forgetting about Simic on it, but I still take Dennis Houston over Simic though. I would.
So far,
Dennis was starting, y'all. I think
he was.
This man was starting, bro.
I would take Dennis over Houston. I would take Dennis over anybody outside of your top 4.
And then he already got ready-made chemistry with that. So don't
Yeah,
forget that.
I would take Dennis over everybody outside of your top four. So
So
yeah, I agree with your list all the way to 4. When I get to 5, I would probably say it's Dennis Houston.
I
you
said this
said
Houston
Dennis
5.
Houston at 5.
Okay, so then yeah, I agree with your whole list then, all the way to 5.
So who is 6? You said probably Jalen Brooks. No, Simeon. You like
We'll
Simeon or
say
Jalen Brooks?
I don't like none of them.
Like, to be honest with you, that probably is Kevontae Turpin right there.
Even though
See,
we
That
don't want to say it's him.
Yeah, that probably is Kevontae Turpin.
they
Because
be
if you have
fine.
6 wide receivers on the field, there's no way that he's not, bro. He's too fast not to have on the field.
He is. They gonna
He
put
is.
him in the game. Look like too.
Yeah,
They
that's what I'm
gonna have
saying.
some kind of
If
package.
you're in a situation where you got to have 6 receivers on the field, I do want him to be one of my 6 because he's just that fast. If anybody
Yeah.
can get past the safety, it'll be him.
True.
And listen, like Jalen Brooks and Jada Marino Cropper, and you know I love Cropper, but they got to actually do something in an actual game at this point
Preseason game, yeah.
because they
Yeah, but
know.
you could stash them dudes too. So it's like, if they don't
They
show
camp
show out
heroes
too
right now.
if they
Yeah,
don't
they
show
camp
out too much,
heroes.
the Cowboys, because at some point you got to start playing the game of they play, so you don't want them to play too good because you only got 53 play roster spots, so somebody gonna have to get released. You know what I'm saying? So Cowboys will start playing that game with, you know what I'm saying. Well, they'll start like not necessarily playing guys because they already know they're gonna want to bring these guys back on practice squads.
Okay, can I say something real quick?
Shit.
It's sort of off subject, but it's not.
Go
So
ahead.
did you know that there will be 1,180? Oh, let me see. Yeah, it'll be 1,180 something players released all on the same day.
Yeah, I know. That's
Wow.
gonna be the second. That's the second free agency I be talking about.
Because
That's
remember,
crazy.
everybody's going to cut down from 90 to 53. 90 minus 53 is 37. There's 32 teams. You multiply that, it's going to be 1,184 people on the open market.
Good
Hey,
grief.
so let me ask you a question. Because there's going to be 1,000 folks, you don't think that the Dallas Cowboys, out of 1,000 people in the world, you ain't going to like one of them? You ain't gonna want to take one of them out for a cup of coffee. You ain't
Yeah.
gonna ask for nobody number at the dance.
I'm sure it's gonna be some offensive linemen who you probably really peeking at saying, "Hey, big head," too. There's gonna be some offensive linemen who you probably staring at.
So this is what I'm saying. I said all that to say this. Even if you make the initial 53-man roster, you may not be safe if you're a bubble guy.
Hey, you know what? We might get a kicker in there, like Troy said. We might get a kicker in there too.
Then we might
True.
get a kicker, especially if he go out here in this preseason game and he missed another extra point.
Man, my boy from Birmingham, I was ripping for him too. Let's go, Birmingham State.
Until he missed that kick.
Until
Until he missed that kick. Until he missed that kick, and you was
Get
like,
his ass
"Oh, I
off the
don't know that
field,
dude." Your Honor, I have never met that man in my life.
Get his ass out the field. That
Hey, what the Lord say when you turn you away? Hey, he said, "Depart from me, I never knew you."
I never knew you, Your Honor. I've never met this man in my
This
life.
man getting banished away from here. Get him out of here.
Man.
But
yeah,
hey, man. Hey, man, we've been on here for an hour, man. I want to let y'all know it's been a pleasure, man. Hey, I appreciate everybody that's been rocking with us tonight. We're rocking with us tonight, man. Man, before we get up out of here, though, landlord, what time is your show in the morning?
I try to go 10:30, 11-ish, one of those two, but it'll be up in there somewhere. So y'all stay tuned. Hit the like and share for the squad. It will not charge your card. You understand?
HCM, when your first show tomorrow?
Man, I'll be live right after landlord. So the moment landlord show go off, you just might as well spin the block. You just left the trap, pull up to the liquor store, get you a bottle, man.
Man, we gotta remember all the people in the chat right now that's gonna be here in the morning. Remember, we're gonna do a landlord raid on Hen's show tomorrow, and then Hen should raid on your show after that, Mr. West Coast. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a raid. We want all my people to go say landlord raid when we get done with our show. That's how we're gonna do
Bet.
Yes, sir. And hey, man, everybody that's on the highways and byways, make sure you get safe. I pray traveling grace over y'all. That y'all get home safely to y'all families. And man, we're gonna try to do this as oftenly as possible. Hey, how many people did we have up in here at one point?
Well, there's still 106 people watching us.
Yes, sir.
And that's great. It's 132 where I'm at, man. So yeah, y'all really rock with us, man. We
they rocking with the Cowboys, 3 amigos in the building, man.
Well, shoot, if y'all down, we might be able to chop it up tomorrow night. We'll see what's up with it, though.
Yes, sir. We'll get it done for the people.
All right, well, hey man, you guys already know what it is, man. Never look down, 'cause the stars up. Peace.
Peace.